Big Fight, sponsored by 666bet.com.
This is James Holder for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym, Marbella and 666bet.com. I'm here at the Peacock Gym for the Tyson Fury media workout. With me I've got Tyson's trainer and Uncle Peter Fury. Alright Pete?
I'm alright James, yeah, thank you.
Good to see you sir.
And you?
How much of this is what you would normally do in your normal training camps, or is it just a case of going through the stages for the media today?
Just going through the stages for the media. All our work is done. You know, just keep Tyson, just what he's doing now is just energy building. You know, staying loose, keeping sharp, and that's basically all he's doing. So this is what you get on media workouts. You know, he's done all his work in the gym. It's all done.
Looking ahead for Saturday's fight, what kind of Dereck Chisora are you expecting?
I'm expecting the best Dereck Chisora we've seen. I'm expecting Dereck Chisora fully intent and you know, keen, well trained, super condition, and bringing the best he can bring.
How much of a threat, in your opinion, do you think Dereck Chisora poses to Tyson Fury?
Listen, when you're boxing for an eliminator for a world title, and somebody's a European and British champion, every fighter's a threat, especially at this level. So basically, you know, we're not talking playing kindergarten in the park. This is a serious fight on all levels. So I've certainly taken it serious, and I'm treating it as though we're going to have a very tough 12 rounds.
Final eliminator to fight for a world title for these guys to box on the even bigger stage.
Yeah.
Do you think that affects Tyson and his preparation and his mentality to work that little bit harder for this?
Yeah, he loves the big stage, Tyson. This you'll get the best out of him. This is where you get the best Tyson Fury ever, because this is the fights he's always wanted. You know, so he's in a happy place at the moment. I'm just looking forward to getting in the ring Saturday. How
useful was Eddie Chambers been in this camp? Because looking at his dimensions, he's not too dissimilar to Dereck Chisora, maybe a little bit lighter, a little bit mobile, but quite similar in terms of his makeup. Sorry.
Well, he's in very good shape. He's had excellent rounds of sparring with like 7, 8 at times different sparring partners. You know, you mentioned Eddie Chambers. You know, he's not just had Eddie Chambers. Eddie Chambers, although he's the same structure as Dereck, he doesn't fight like Dereck. So we've had all different types of sparring partners. So you know, Tyson's as ready as he's going to be.
As I said, he looks in tremendous shape. How do you think this condition compares to what he would have been for, maybe for instance, the David Hay pull-out when he was said to be in phenomenal shape for that?
Similar, you know. But you know, time's on Tyson's side. He's just turned 26, and you know, he's just developing in physique and power all the time. So you know, he's definitely he's getting more mature as well. So I'm expecting his best performance to date.
No doubt Tyson and Dereck Chisora must be sick of the sight of each other. With the first pull-out for the first fight and the amount of press conference done, they're no stranger to each other, are they?
No, they're both professionals and they know all the hype and all the bullshit that goes with these type of things, but you know, ultimately we want a good fight. We're both men. They get paid well, they put on a very good performance and no hard feelings at the end of it. You know, they both shake hands and, you know, the winner moves on.
It's clear where the winner goes from this, but where would the loser go from this?
To be honest, you know, it's one of them things, isn't it? The loser just picks himself up and gets on with it. You know, at the end of the day, you know, whether it be Tyson or Dereck, both of them, they're good fighters. They'll come again.
Said we're anticipating an absolutely cracking fight come Saturday.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
That's what I believe. I think it's going to be a very, very good fight, and I think Dereck is going to bring out the best of Tyson.
Can I talk to you a little bit about the chief support on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders defending his titles against EUBANK JNR. Mouth-watering fight. Can you give me your prediction on that fight and how you see it playing out, please, Pete?
Very difficult. Young EUBANK's come on a hell of a long way. He's had the best of sparring, and you know, he has had 20 fights. You know, Billy Joe, he's proven himself. You know, he's a very good fighter, and I think Billy Joe, he should listen to his trainer. He's got a world-class trainer as well, and you know, Billy Joe should nick this on experience, on not getting involved with young EUBANK. But look, you know, this fight is not one-way traffic like people say it is. You know, Billy Joe EUBANK, is a dangerous threat for anybody. You know, so, and he's on a world level himself. So this fight can go anyway. I'd have to edge towards Billy Joe Saunders on experience, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way. And that's not because anything's wrong with Billy Joe, it's because the other one's on a very similar level, in my opinion. So I think they need to have trained for this fight like life and death, just to make sure of that win, because he is not to be taken lightly. And that's my opinion. I see another good fight.
Eddie Chambers back in action as well on the card. I mention him because he's trained by yourself. What was your words to him after his last fight against Nascimento? What would you say to him after that?
You know, to be fair to Eddie, he just looked at Nascimento, he tried to load up and take his head off for one shot. And you know, you got somebody 6'6", 6'7", leaning back, running away. You know, it doesn't make for good looking, does it, or good viewing? You know, I think Eddie had him down 4 times in that fight. And you know, Nascimento managed to rally on. He's a typical journeyman, and Eddie was just slow feet, looking for the one shot and giving him time to recover. There was no speed out of Eddie, there was no feinting, there was no behind the jabs, there was no light shots, heavy shots. There was just walking in, trying to land one shot.
Looking for the highlight finish.
Yeah, it's almost as Eddie left his brains in the dressing room. You know, so very disappointing with that performance. You know, no disrespect to Nascimento, he's a good journeyman.
That's right.
You know, he's not an idiot, but you know, we knew when he boxed Parker, you know, the fight or two he had before, he'd done exactly the same thing. So there was nothing new was anticipated. I told Eddie exactly what this guy would do, and I told him how to get on top of him, work the double jabs, work on your speed, get in, and then release the shots. But Eddie was just walking in as the guy was walking back and trying to throw a right hand. You know, one shot doesn't work in boxing, especially when you're on experienced levels of journeyman. You know, you've got to corner them off, close the distance, and hunt them down properly, not with one shot. So that's made for 8 boring rounds.
Eddie's got Dorian Darch on Saturday. Will you be encouraging him to try to draw Dorian Darch in a little bit more, maybe throw some more combinations instead of looking for that one highlight shot?
Let's face it, you know, Dorian Darch is not going to present us any problems. You know, he's just there. Eddie's going to get a payday, and we're just keeping him active and getting him some money for Christmas. That's it.
All right, listen, I appreciate you giving me a bit of time today, Peter.
You're welcome.
I look forward to catching up during the week.
Top man, James.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The Big Fight, sponsored by 666bet.com.